The dichotomy of gambling. The world thought of chance gambling. The word taught of certain gambling. It is certain, by no means is any win by chance. The lot is cast into the lap, but the whole disposing thereof is of the Lord. Proverbs 16:33. Law of reverse gambling, exclusively for the spiritually mature, well-trained and fully equipped, disciplined, being born-again Christian. I say it 52 weeks in a year and 7 days a week. Isaiah 52:7. How beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him that bringeth good tidings, that publisheth peace, that bringeth good tidings of good, that publisheth salvation, that saith unto Zion, thy God reigneth. Gambling, also known as betting, is the wagering of money or something of value on an event with an uncertain outcome, with the primary intent of winning. Investment, the investing of money or capital in order to gain profitable returns, as interest, income, or appreciation in value. Thus saith the Lord, thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel, I am the Lord thy God, which teacheth thee to profit, which leadeth thee by the way that thou shouldest go. Discovery, not strategy, the only way to victory. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him, but ye know him, for he dwelleth with you, and shall be in you. And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left. A quitter never wins and a winner never quits. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant which he sware unto thy fathers, as it is this day. What's wrong with gambling? You don't always win. You must always win to make gambling right. Hence, the law of reverse gambling. Thus, when it happens you reverse gambling into a very lucrative, profitable investment. With that said, emerged 4 types of gambler, people on the face of the earth. 1. People who makes things happen. Or the productive, passionate inventor and producer. 2. People who acts and participates of what is happening. Or the active, prudent investor. 3. People who watch things happens. Or the passive, careless consumer. 4. People who don't know what is happening. Or the good-for-nothing living dead. All 4 constitute the human life cycle, for no man is an island. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Plays the key role in the law of reverse gambling. I once asked a friend of mine, a very rich Christian Chinese businessman, what is the best investment to delve into? Money against money, he replied. Gambling, I asked. But he just responded with a big smile. That I understood a few years later, when buying and selling of foreign currencies were introduced, a now well-known kind of investment, the money market. Think, time and treasure. Life's tangible transcript trichotomy. For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, thoughts of peace, and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Saith the Lord. The thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. For ye know the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, that, though he was rich, yet for your sakes he became poor, that ye through his poverty might be rich. And God is able to make all grace abound toward you, that ye, always having all sufficiency in all things, may abound to every good work. Behold, that which I have seen, it is good and comely for one to eat and to drink, and to enjoy the good of all his labor that he taketh under the sun all the days of his life, which God giveth him, for it is his portion. A feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh merry, but money answereth all things. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense, but the excellency of knowledge is, that wisdom giveth life to them that have it.
In passing, let's look at risk and reward. To make money you will have to take risks, even if it's just your time on the line. The key to risk-taking is knowledge. For example, gambling is betting on an unknown outcome. Investing is betting on known possibilities. The difference is knowledge and the quality of your information. So when the amateur blackjack player is pitching his money on the run of the cards, he's gambling. But the professional card player has knowledge and additional information. He can count cards as they come past and make informed decisions about what is to happen next. He's not gambling. He's investing his money in a planned and reasonable way on what might seem to others a random outcome. His knowledge and ability change the random nature of the game into one of near certainty. He is not struggling. He's working, just as the croupier and cocktail waitress are working. So struggle can be avoided by collecting information, lots of it, learning and watching and topping up on your game of life. Moving through life with ability and knowledge, you go from gambling on life to investing in life. We all have to accept risk. Crossing the street is a risk, just one we're used to. The trick is to have enough information so that you're betting on outcomes that are almost certain. When the outcome isn't certain, you ought to design your involvement to ensure there's an easy and inexpensive escape route. Remember, as I've said before elsewhere, never go into anything without figuring out where the exit is. Never commit until you have to, and not until you have enough information. Try to make sure there's a back door to whatever commitment you make, unless, of course, you're very, very sure of your involvement.
The roulette cylinder was introduced in primitive form in the 17th century by Blaise Pascal, a French physicist, philosopher, and inventor, in his quest to create for a perpetual motion machine. The game of roulette, as we know it today, started being played a century later, around 1716.
The sum of the numbers in the classic roulette is 666. So can we call roulette as a double game? The most accepted of these theories is about the Bible. The number 666 appears in 4 places in the Bible. The first 2 are the number of gold that the Queen of Sheba sent to King Solomon as a gift. The third is about the number of people who escaped to Jerusalem after the Persians invaded Babylon. The fourth appearance of 666 is at the end of the Bible, and that's the most exciting part. The numerical equivalent of man in the Bible is 6, because God created man on the 6th day. According to numerology, the number 7 is mentioned in many holy books. It expresses perfection, completeness, and therefore divinity. 777 is the holy number. The number 6 will never be 7, and will always be missing. In this case, 666 is a number against God and Jesus.
Now concerning spiritual warfare, revealing law of reverse gambling. A satanic onslaught on the book of Numbers of 36 chapters. Is the will and the table of 36 numbers. Wherefore it is said in the book of the wars of the Lord. But as for Satan, he thought evil against us, but God meant it unto good, to bring to pass, as it is this day, to save much people alive. He teacheth my hands to war. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds.
The secrets of the roulette wheel. The wheel is the battlefield. It is the court that judges the outcome without possibility for an appeal. The fixed point of the horizon on which every roulette player has his eyes full of anticipation. A slight difference, a minor game of the wheel. One number left or right can decide ruin from victory. It is unthinkable to call yourself a roulette player if you haven't studied the physical and mechanical aspects of roulette. The wheel is the game.
So the key to winning knowledge is to knowing that betting 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They have no knowledge that taking up the wheel with bets, a quadrant of the wheel, is better than just betting erratically. Because when that ball spins, the chances are the ball landing in your section here on any of these 12 numbers is great. It's 1 out of 3. Okay? So what I'm saying is, guys, is it's real estate. It's about real estate. When you split up your numbers and bet erratically, you're putting chips all over the wheel in different areas. So if I put a chip on 22, okay, and that ball comes around and it lands on 5 or 34, I lose, okay? But if I'm betting 12 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If I'm betting 12 numbers in this area, when that ball stops somewhere in this area, I'm guaranteed to win. As long as you're playing this every single spin. Because consistency is the way to win. It's not erratic betting, okay? It's playing the quadrant. Playing the quadrant. The full quadrant. 12 numbers worth. Whether I play here, whether I play here, or whether I play in this area, it doesn't matter. As long as I stay and as long as I keep betting the same way, okay? I don't bet the table. Don't bet the table. The table is made to confuse the smarter players that play the real estate on the wheel, okay? So this will increase your odds by playing a full quadrant with all the numbers next to each other. This will increase your odds of winning by at least 80%. Always play inside where the payout is 35 to 1. Outside bets are sucker bets, okay? And you need to know how to play roulette before you get to that wheel, before you start playing. Because this system works. This isn't even really a system, this is common sense. Why would you put chips on random numbers like this and allow the ball to come in between and cause a loss of your gameplay? You need to put them chips on the numbers so that the ball can land in this area. It gives you a better chance of winning, guys. It's very, very simple. This is how you play roulette. You're playing inside. You're playing 12 numbers. Okay? Do I gotta make this more clear, guys? I mean, it's simple. You're playing every single number in that quadrant, and you're playing 12 numbers only. Okay? Now, if you guys at work want to come up and ask me about it, I'll be glad to talk to you about it. I love talking about roulette, and many times YouTube wipes this video off my channel because they don't like it, so they always get this video wiped off my channels. Suggest you download this video to keep this information. Have a great day, guys. Again, stop at a certain point. Don't play anything more, or don't win anything more than, you know, $1,000 or whatever.
For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith, and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
GPS is important to everything in our lives. GPS faster, more accurate, and more efficient. All the GPS satellites and receivers have to know exactly what time it is when they're sending their positions. Every satellite's got an atomic clock in it that is accurate to a billionth of a second. That's also why GPS isn't just used in positioning anymore. It's also used in timekeeping situations where everything needs to be synchronized perfectly. Stock market trades use the atomic clocks in the GPS network because just a fraction of a second could change the ownership of billions of dollars.
ISC GPS. Integral sequent chronovector compass, knowledge of roulette's wheel canvas. Already wins a million times over, already built in ancient GPS ever. Davidic weapon of warfare. 5 smooth stone similitude of 5 chips line bet. ISC GPS works. Discovery, not strategy only way to victory. But thanks be to God, which giveth us the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ. For whatsoever